Ladies and gentlemen, now in today's video, we're going to be having a little bit of fun with the brand new Cosmic Champion, Null. And this man is a little bit of a Swiss army knife of utility. He's got all sorts of stuff packed in. You have 60% resistance to bleed and poison, so he works very well with the Suicide Masteries. The Suicide Masteries for this character, if you've got willpower, are essentially just free healing. He also has 40% degeneration resistance. He can counter, evade, and auto block. He's got a little bit of a heal on the medium attacks as well. On top of that, he also has some combat power reduction on the opponent based on the amount of armor breaks that you apply, up to 65%. And yeah, there's just like so many like little weird things with Null as well. He also goes unstoppable and unblockable at certain points. So yeah, he's a bit of a weird, interesting Swiss army knife. A lot of stuff that he brings to the table, and also removes armor break against tech opponents. And when corrupted as well, is going to apply additional armor breaks. But what we're trying to do at the start of the matchup here is just maximize our symbiote attacks, so we can maximize the amount of corruption stacks on Vulture here. And then we want to go for a special one, and that's going to apply like a delayed corruption, which then after 10 seconds goes into the actual corruption, and then we just want to like special 2 nuke, and then get this man in the bin. So yeah, let's go for a medium attack here, and I think we can probably just go full combo straight into special 2. You can see here we got 45 armor breaks, and then Vulture just absolutely gets clapped. So that was a really, really good first matchup. And again, this guy works so incredibly well with the Suicide Masteries. Because of that, like 60% damage mitigation from them, and also the fact that, you know, willpower just covers all of that. So you can see, despite using the Suicide Masteries, we pretty much like, you know, have full health now entering the next fight, using a special 1 and a special 2. So yeah, like that's going to be like a big thing for a lot of endgame players, man, because, you know, people love the Suicide Masteries at the top. So I think that's going to be a great thing. But even without Suicide Masteries, again, there's massive access to a lot of damage playing this character. We want to try and get in as like many heavy attacks as we can, I believe, initially. But here, I think we need to, what is it, check off special 1. And even if you miss your special 1, the good thing is it still applies the delayed corruption. It's got like 37 stacks now. And then you'll see, once we get the armor breaks hitting into She-Hulk, you can see she's like barely gaining any power. Again, that combat power reduction is actually pretty damn massive. And we'll go for another combo. And if you want to end with like a medium attack as well, you can consume 3 of the armor breaks to apply a relatively small degeneration. Like it's not anything massive, but it is, I think, about 4,000 damage overall on like a 6-star rank 2 with Suicide Masteries. So, you know, if you're against any scenario where you need like that additional source of damage, or maybe you're like, you know, base damage is heavily mitigated, then yeah, that can be an option as well. But anyway, let's go for the Joe Fixit matchup. I just love that this character, you know, can completely cover like all the losses from the Suicide Masteries. Again, that's something really, really cool. Kind of, you know, slightly a Mega Red vibes in that regard. But Mega Red's probably a little bit better at healing. But Null's still a beast. And when it comes to the longer fights as well, there's some very interesting stuff that can be done with the Special 3 just to permanently keep your armor breaks up. But we're going to show, hopefully, some cool stuff in Realm of Legends toward the end of this video as well. Let's go for that. So we've got, how many armor breaks is that? 32. Then let's go in. To be fair, I probably should have gone for another combo, because this is going to push this man to unblockable, and then I've got to play like a friggin' god here. Okay, let's... Dude, once you get those armor breaks going as well, again, the base damage is just fantastic. There's a crazy, crazy amount of output. Alright, so we've moved on to a slightly different path in the Mysterio chapter. We've got like Red Skull, Iceman, Howard the Duck, and also Emma Frost on this path. And I thought, considering there's the ability to remove armor ups, would be pretty good here. I did take a little bit of damage off that one, man. But aside from that, he stripped down everything on Red Skull really, really quickly. Okay, let's see if we can get that special 1 out of this man. Right, perfect. Let's go double medium here. Try and get the parry. Go for a heavy attack. And then again, we want to wait till we're quite a bit closer to the special 2 before throwing our special 1. Okay, I think we'll just go for it now. Okay, nice. He's already got 39, which is pretty decent. Come on, mate. Can we get that special 1? Fantastic. And also, as soon as this kicks in, we have, like, the massive power gain rate reduction. And just look at the damage as well, man. He's slicing through that red skull. Okay, let's go for it. Yeah, we didn't really get to see the end of that special 2 in full force there. Red Skull was just nuked down so quickly, but that was a brilliant match. Again, it looks like any tech scenario where armor up is a problem, he's just going to be like the perfect counter for. And then we got Iceman up next, so he doesn't have any sort of immunity or mitigation or resistance to cold snap, so we are probably going to take a fair bit of damage in the start. But we'll see what happens. Right, I think we'll stick to the heavies. Right, come on, mate. Okay, I was a little bit saved by Nick Fury there. Okay, nice. We've got 34 stacks here now. Unfortunately, Ice Armor stole that parry from me a little bit. Okay, nice for unstoppable and unblockable. I probably should have gone for a light finisher there instead of the medium. Right, let's just keep on nuking him. And you can see here, man. What is it? The amount of power Iceman is gaining is like absolutely nothing. So it just means we can go super, super aggressive on the combo, straight into another special 2. And we dunked that man there. So yeah, that was pretty good. Obviously not quite as, what is it, flashy and or impressive as the Red Skull matchup. But hey, we still got it done there. And now we've got Howard the Duck, and Howard has a fair bit of armor to strip back at the beginning. So I think this one could be a pretty good time here. And also we should get a little bit of free healing off willpower. I need to remember to get into the habit of, what was it, medium heavy attack. Alright, come on, fella. I'm trying to get that special 1 out this man. I'm pretty close, mate. Come on. One thing I really like about Null is that those initial corruption debuffs, they don't have a timer on. So you'll ramp up. You know, with certain characters, man, the ramp up gets like pretty screwed up if a character just like isn't playing aggressive. But with Null, you've got a little bit of a leeway, and then also once you get into the match a bit more, then you've got even more room due to the fact that, what is it, you've got like a massive power reduction on the opponent. So now if we go for a combo, special 2, want to see some massive numbers here? Oh, yes, I realised why the damage is actually a fair bit lower. It's due to the fact that, what is it, Iceman had bleed immunity, and the bonus damage off the special 2 is actually regarded as bleed damage. And I think that's one of the reasons why Howard went down a little bit slower as well, and why we've seen that immunity pop up after his buff, man. So yeah, let's move on to the Emma Frost matchup next. We'll use a what is it, health potion for a little bit of safety here. We'll see how my Emma Frost special evading skills are today. Hopefully they're on some decent point. But it looks like we don't apply a traditional armor break to Emma Frost until we, what was it, get the conversion active. So I think we've probably got to do that sooner than later. But once we get those armor breaks active, man, and also the power gain reduction, this should be a great time. Yeah, that power gain reduction is like stupidly strong, man. And again, because we couldn't use heavy attacks, we didn't get like as much ramp up. But even if you can't use heavy attacks, you can see the damage is still pretty fire. It's just like there's even more bonus damage off the burst rotation if you can like hit that special too, and it's like slamming down like, you know, 40-50 armor breaks. But that was still a really really good run. So yeah, he did fantastic against all those matches, but I think we're gonna go for something a little bit bigger. Let's go into Realm of Legends, everybody's, you know, favorite testing round. And then hopefully we can see some really nice numbers against some of the first few bosses as well. So we got Winter Soldier here, and we're going to try and go for that rotation again, try and get as many stacks of corruption or as many corruption debuffs on Winter Soldier as possible before hammering out that SP1 into Special 2, and you can apply those on the block as well. And also the Awakened ability actually is the thing that's giving us a few stacks of corruption at the start of the fight. So if you've got that really nice bonus to have, I don't think it's absolutely essential, but I do think it's one of those things that, you know, is definitely going to make a decent enough difference if you are playing Null on a daily basis. And again, all of the symbiote attacks do have a 75% chance to apply. Okay, so we got 47 stacks of armor break here. And then I think what we want to do is we want to very quickly race to another special one. So what we can do then is reactivate the curse, which will then pause the armor ups and allow like a new set to trigger as well. This is where we can get some even more spicy damage here. So as soon as we get that, that pauses all the armor up. So we've got 51 here. A little bit of a clutch on the rotation there, but still a really good takedown. But you can see in kind of like those slightly longer matches, again, there's just some crazy burst damage you can get in that period. And if you're more aggressive, again, you've got more leeway. And also the Special 3 as well gives you a 25-second stance. Or 25-second passive there, so it's a lot more time to pause the armor breaks. So in really long fights, you actually just want to focus on the Special 3. But I think we need to do like a completely separate video diving into some slightly bigger content showcasing that. Because that, yeah, there is some pretty insane stuff, man. Especially against like Abyss of Legends, Iron Man, Infinity War. So, you know, keep an eye out for that, because, like, Null, he's pretty good, like, in shorter matches and medium ones, but long ones, there's some pretty insane stuff this man can pull off. But yeah, he's just got, like, a lot of, like, nice range in pretty much every type of matchup. I don't feel like he takes, like, too long to get into as well. Unlike, you know, some other champions that just sometimes feel like they take a bit of a decade. So we've got 48 armor ups there, which is lovely. And I think we just want to wait a little bit. I was just going to wait another combo. Then it actually does convert a few of them back on that one. We've, again, still got the second trigger coming around. I think is going to give us very close to about 50 armor breaks here. And then at this point, you know, like, we don't have enough health for that, that second special 2 there. It's just overkill, man. So yeah, 83 hits. Again, Realm Legends performance, great. Like, everything has been a really solid performance today, especially considering the amount of utility. I think the like biggest comparisons with Null are probably gonna come from like Cosmic Ghost Rider and Hercules. And I think like he's a bit of a different character in terms of what he brings to the table. Hercules is like, you know, I think this might be one of the big debates of the year. Is it Hercules or Null? And for me, Hercules is just you know, he's just way too good with that immortality. Like, that immortality is, like, one of the most busted things in the entire game. But I think Null, for, like, longer matches, you know, maybe has more damage ramp-up potential. But that's the good thing about Hercules is, you know, he can, persevere quite well from fight to fight. Okay, please don't special one. God damn it. Oh no, not during my burst period, bro. That's just rude, mate. That's so rude. Here, it actually would have been a better rotational idea to go for the special 3. I realized that a little bit too late. But yes, just in 2020 hindsight, we should have used the special 3 to then pause all of the armor breaks, kind of get that extended duration there. Because that's the thing you ideally don't want to lose when you're playing Null, is like, if you lose your debuffs, which, again, ideally, you don't really want to be fighting Juggernaut playing Null. But we did have an option to recover that if we had gone for the special 3 instead. But I was too busy thinking about Hercules to successfully pull off the rotation. I'm going to reactivate this again, and then I'm just going to try and get as many heavy attacks as I can. As many stacks going up. But it's really annoying to try and play him in this fight against a character that's constantly triggering Unstoppable. Okay, nice. We got 26 here, man. 26. If we can rocket up to a special 1. He does it. Oh, God damn it. Never mind, boys. Never mind. Yeah, I think I'm probably going to lose these. If you don't already have a new one coming on by the time they're about to expire, I think in this matchup, in all fairness, I should have just gone for the special 3. But, you know, this is what we do on the channel, man. We show you the good parts of characters. We show you some potential weaknesses as well. And, you know, if I played this one better, come with a bit of a better strategy, it would have been a potentially slightly different story here. Okay, there is literally zero chance that I'm going to get a special 2 and then special 1. So actually I thought, just go for the special 3 here. Obviously, we got to show off the animation, man. It's a cool-ass special 3. Like, Null, this character looks amazing. He feels amazing. Like, he's got really good height to him as well. Just feels like you're absolutely dominating everyone. Yeah, you just get an absolutely massive passive off that special 3, which then allows all those armor breaks to get paused. And then if you're fighting a tech opponent, you're also stripping armor as well to get more armor breaks once you're in that phase. But yeah, as you can see there, man, that Juggernaut matchup was definitely not so hot, eh? But anyway, let's move on to the Rhino matchup, and hopefully we can instill a bit more confidence that, you know, Null isn't trash and that I was just pretty much trash in that matchup. Let's go for it. Let's get the spice here. 21 stacks. Again, the Awakened ability is really, really nice to have. I certainly cannot deny that. Like those up to, I think it's like 15 additional at the start of the fight. They do make quite a nice difference, but I still do believe that even without those, he's still a fantastic character. So those are very, very nice for him to have a bit more firepower. Okay, perfect heavy counter on that one. And then we've actually got unblockable here. Let's go. Okay, nice. Fantastic. No, stop holding block. Okay, cool. And then as long as we get the special 1 before the end of the curse, which we did, the armor break should now be paused long enough. I think, anyway, to get paused on this activation. Then we got 52. And yeah, we didn't even get to the second special 2 in that rotation there, man. He just feels really, really good to play. I do thoroughly enjoy his rotation. It just doesn't feel like it takes long for him to actually get into the what is it? Really get into like some pretty exciting damage, and there's like a good escalation on it as well. He's got, you know, I think there have been some characters recently that just feel like they take a little bit too long to ramp up, and I don't feel that with Null. Like, he's got a pretty decent ramp up. If you can be a bit more greedy, if you can get in those heavy attacks early on. You know, heavy counters are very, very powerful for this man as well. Even if you can't get those in and you just want to ramp him up with 5 combo, and that's totally possible as well. Look at this, man. Oh, actually, we didn't get very lucky off that one. Okay, nice. And then Stormer's going to have practically no power gain. So, again, if you're a bit of a cheeky interceptor, there are lots of opportunities that you can thoroughly enjoy playing Null. And I think actually considering the range on this one, man, what we're going to do is it just makes sense to not even bother with another special 1 and go for another special 2. And look at that. Again, that's the like ideal matchup you want with Null. You get a bit of an aggressive opponent, but also again, once you get like that 65% power gain reduction when beating into the opponent, just works out magically as well. But anyway, let's go for Vision. Vision might be our final boss today. So let's smack this man down. Try and do well here. Don't want to be too cheeky with the heavy counters on this one, just because I don't want to get power drained. Because that is something like the big con I see with Null is like debuff immunity. If you're fighting a matchup, this guy's like all about debuffs, man. Debuff immunity, armor break immunity. If you're getting into a matchup and you can't apply debuffs, I don't think this man's going to be a good time. But if you can, I think he's going to be a great time. Oh, yes, actually, we are gimped a bit in this one. In terms of our damage output, I just realized because we can't actually bleed our Vision. So we didn't get like those passive bursts of damage on the special attacks. But here, I think it still makes sense to just welly right to another special 2. You can see, like, even if you can't get like that additional burst damage, the damage is still great. So yeah, overall, I really like Null. I think he's a fantastic addition to the game. High damage output, feels kind of great in like every level of gameplay. Doesn't really take like too long to get into, but also for the bigger matches has some really, really nice ramp up. Has a great set of utility. The descriptions are currently bugged on the CCP beta. So yeah, overall I really like this character, but let me know your thoughts on Null in the comments section below. And if you did enjoy today's video, please do smash that like button. That'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you all very much for watching. Take care, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic day.